Hello, and welcome to our first video in the RastPro Tutorial Bootcamp series, Historical Demand View Part 1. In this tutorial, we will focus on how to use the Historical Demand View in RastPro. First, let's examine the screen layout. At the top, we have MRP and Retail mode selectors which are used to change the scope of interest. By default, the product and outlet modes are selected. On the left, we have the filter panes with the Products and Options tabs. And on the right, we have the output window where the results are shown in a worksheet or table-like view. Lastly, slightly above the output window to the left, please take note of the navigation arrows which allow you to move between different pages, and the import and export buttons located on the right which allow you to move data to and from Excel. Historical demand is the first view you see after launching RastPro. By default, RastPro shows the weekly unit or volume demand data of all active products for the past 2 years, broken down by distribution channel and/or outlet. These options can be changed by you, and in the following bootcamp videos, we will talk more about how to do this. Lesson 1. How to filter by product categories. Say you would only like to see the products, i.e. SKUs, of a given brand or category. To do this, look on the left pane and find the drop-down arrow labeled Brand. Click the drop-down arrow, and for the sake of this example, we're only going to want to see Brand A, so I will uncheck B and C. Click Apply Filter. The screen is now refreshed, and only SKUs with Brand A are shown. We can filter further using other categories, like family and size. Lesson 2. How to filter by segment. RastPro has a built-in segmentation criteria for the different demands based on their volume and variations, like basic, complementary, risk, and intermittent. To see all products with basic demand type, find the segment category on the left pane, click the drop-down arrow, and uncheck all entries except for basic. Now click Apply again. The screen is now refreshed, and only the SKUs that are in Brand A that have a demand type of basic are shown. Lesson 3. How to filter by channel. By default, all channels are selected and the demand at each location is displayed on a separate row. To select a few channels of interest and refine the output set, complete the following steps. Go to the Products pane on the left and locate the Distributions group. Click the drop-down arrow and uncheck all channels, but keep the ones of interest. For example, if you'd like to see Industrious, uncheck all options except Industrious. Click Apply Filter. The screen is now refreshed, and only the SKUs with Brand A and Demand Type Basic for Industrious channels are shown. Lesson 4. Refine the column view. The historical demand view includes many columns, but let's try to hide a few of them to focus on the ones we are most interested in. For example, let's hide the description column. Look at the left side and locate the Options tab and click on it. Now look for the Show and Hide Columns group and click on the arrow for it to expand, and uncheck the description entry. The effect is immediate and the description column is removed from the output view. You can also make it reappear again by checking the box. Lesson 5. How to change the demand reporting period. By default, RastPro shows the historical demand data by week, but the user may wish to change this demand for different periods, like monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, etc. During the setup phase, the customer defines the start and end of each sampling period type. For instance, what day of the week to start on, and for the month, what day the reporting month finishes. Is it the last work day, last calendar day, or maybe the last Friday? RastPro uses the customer's definition for those periods and resamples the raw input demand data. To change the demand reporting period, select the Options tab in the left pane and locate the Demand Specification category. Click the drop-down arrow and under Period, select Month. Then click Apply Filter. The screen is now refreshed, and the monthly demand for all the SKUs listed under Brand A and Industrious channel with the demand type Basic are shown. Lesson 6. Change demand basis. Up to now, we show the demand in terms of units, also known as volume. But what if we wish to see the demand in sales volume, or in terms of gross margin, like profit or loss? To do that, go to the Options pane on the left side and click the drop-down arrow for the demand specification, and change the value from volume to sales. Click Apply Filter. The screen is now refreshed and the monthly sales for all Brand A SKUs with the demand type Basic for the industrious channels are displayed. Lesson 7. How to change the start date. By default, RastPro shows the historical demand of the last 2 years. But what if you wish to view only the last year's value? Go to the Options pane on the left side, click the drop-down arrow for the demand specification, and change the start date to the desired date. For this example, that will be from November 5th, 2014, which is today, to November 5th, 2015. Click Apply Filter. After the screen refreshes, the monthly sales starts at December 2014 to November 2015. Lesson 8. How to chart your data. It is often helpful to view the data graphically to develop insights or spot abnormalities. In RastPro, it can't get any easier. Just move your mouse over the row you would like to see, right-click it, and select Chart. A new pop-up chart window is displayed, which shows you your selected data charted. Lesson 9. Export data to Excel. At RastPro, we recognize you may need to do a lot of ad hoc what-if scenarios. To facilitate that, you can export any results in RastPro to Excel. Locate the Export button on the right of the screen and click on it. The export of the current selected, i.e. filtered data that you see commences, and upon completion, Excel will open with your data displayed. What's next? For now, we've used the default mode for MRP and retail. So in the following video, we will demonstrate how to use the other modes available in MRP and retail. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can contact us at the following.